It's an art stream today. Because I've been playing Jurassic World Evolution for the last almost 36 hours, stopping just to sleep, but I've got a couple of projects that need to get done. For those of you who don't know or are new to my channel, I do a gaming. I do art primarily because I am a artist who works on commissions as well as various prints. I go to various places. I'm the I'm the artist for Marshall Star webcomic series. You can see my information here on the side banner. So today, instead of doing a whole bunch of more games and stuff for Jurassic World, because I'll go over that in the next stream, all that crazy stuff. I need to get some of this stuff done. So I want to go ahead and share this on Facebook, share this on Twitter, that I'm doing a stream here for a bit because I have at least two projects I want to try and get done before the end of the night here. I'd love to get some lines down on some of these two projects because for G Fest, which is my next convention coming up that I'll actually be selling more of my print stuff at, we are going to be visited, it's a Godzilla convention, big kaiju Godzilla convention. Love it to death. What we're going to be doing there is this: we are going to be doing a Megumi Odaka is going to be there. Megumi Odaka, which I probably butchered her last name, I apologize in advance. She is the actress who plays Miki Segusa and was featured prominently in the Heisei Godzilla series, Heisei, the 90s Godzilla series from 1989 to 1995 as Miki Segusa, who is a psychic. She's one of my favorite characters in the entire Godzilla series here. So Megumi coming to G Fest is actually really cool. So I've got two prints I want to try and do. Maybe three if I'm ambitious because world needs more Godzilla. So what I've decided to do here is this: I want to try and get lines done for do sketches work for one, get sketches and maybe get lines down for one, get sketch work done for another, and then try and work on a third because world needs more Godzilla. I'm going to try and get most of this stuff done by the 6th of July because G Fest is the week afterwards. So on the 6th I want to take all my files in, get my copies made, get my pictures ran, copied, all that. So I have all that stuff ready for G Fest. So right now I'm getting I just did a scan for one of my pictures that I want to be doing, which is a rough sketch of the process itself. So I want to go ahead and get that kind of turned around, and I will get some of the stuff here in here in a moment. So for those of you interested, we're going to share this on Facebook. I'm going to share this on my Twitter as well. That I'm going to doing the stream here on Twitch. If you guys are wondering here, my page does have some information about my primary art site I'm using, DeviantArt, as well as other places I go to here. We're going to do. I should have my Twitter still up here. There we go. And we're going to tweet that out. And all right, that's up and out. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. Okay, so I'm not going to be playing music because I want to share this on Facebook. Part of the reason I'm doing this here, I'm going to do some warm-up sketches here first because one of my friends has asked me to show him kind of my process for this here. So let's go ahead and get the picture I need, which is in pictures, which is down here. All right, so that's a little bit of a sneak peek of what we're going to be doing with that one here. So at the moment, we're going to go ahead and just do some warm-up sketches here first. Then I'm going to go ahead and get some other stuff done. And I don't know why that's not filling out the full window here. Is there something wrong with my... Oh, that's why. It's probably because of my... I'm doing this on my tablet, so it's not doing a full good screen picture capture of the entire window. It's acting a little bit odd here, so sorry about that. I'm going to try if I can get this to go to full screen. I'm going to try to, but at the moment the video captures just for this program here on this monitor, which is not the same exact resolution as the rest of it here. So I'll probably play around with that here in in a later stream. Not as concerned with it at the moment here. But the one thing you guys will probably notice is I will be doing. There will be some music or some noise in the background. I have to work with noise. I have to work with background stuff of some sort because it just helps me concentrate. So you guys will probably hear some voices, a little bit of music. I want to try and keep the music down because my stuff does kind of get copyright flagged if I'm listening to music and I post the entire video and it's like one or two shots, so it's a little bit annoying here. So for first off, we're going to go ahead and just start doing some sketching. So we're going to go ahead and zoom in right in the corner up here and just kind of do a bit of warm-up stuff. So I'm just going to draw some faces of some characters. I may do some Marshall Star stuff. I'm going to try and play around with some orientation. Okay, got the right. So yeah, we're just going to do a little bit of warm up here. And I do kind of talk a little bit, but I'm not as not as talkative as I am probably as some other streamers are, but and of course I may do some Marshall Star characters here. I don't know. Or maybe terrible looking Superman. I don't know. I don't know who I'm drawing. I do have this weird scratchy position on my tablet of, well, not on the screen, thankfully. It is on a screen cover that I need to get replaced here still, so. Okay, so you may be kind of noticing I'm going through a couple of different things of sketching here. So, of course, we got our crosshairs for the face, as well as kind of, let's just extend those years out. Set that over some of this, drawing on a little smoother stuff. Donuts. I'm also kind of trying a little bit more lifelike eyes. If needs nothing else, just to give me practice here. And of course, I still like to do more. Still, I like the anime style. So I had a review of Martial Star done, and it looks was nice to get that kind of. Finally got a review here, and one of the common comments was, it's pretty anime. I'm like, you're probably meaning that as a joke, but it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny, but if you mean it as a joke, I get it because that's the point. Okay, yeah, because you notice here the collarbone's a little bit curved here. I've kind of been watching, trying to pay attention more to models and stuff here as well, and my body proportions all terrible here. So let's see here. friends messaging me here talking about it and I'm making a He-Man reference. Well, why not? For just to get a little bit more stuff here, let's do a little bit Prince Adam. Prince Adam of He-Man. How do you think? He's got a bit of a bigger head. Let's just do here. Yeah, because he's got very pronounced chins, very pronounced chin. Yeah, with the She-Ra reboot here, I don't know. I've heard about the She-Ra reboot. I'm trying to. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm working from a GIF here, so it's a little bit odd. That doesn't look too bad. Not too bad for Prince Adam. There you go. A little bit of a strong jawed character man there for you. Nah, he doesn't look too bad. I'm kind of impressed with myself. Go me. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of gesture sketches. So my friend wanted me to show off a bit of how uh, how I draw things, specifically like mostly gesture and everything like that here. But since we're working with a bit of the my delay's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Since we're working with a little bit of just kind of doing some warm up stuff, I want to do some exaggerated bodies. So um, I usually start from the head and work my way back, but I'm trying to do a little bit more to where I follow the full form of the body here as well. So if we have the head up here, I mean, because okay, just kind of getting a pair to where the stuff's going to lie here. Okay, we've got our hips, motions. Hands really too large there, but just kind of going with the direction of the curves and how stuff goes, flows. Because even this, even though it still curves this, it still has a kind of nice little S curve in the leg. And even then, you still get that from especially part of the body where you've got like most of these C's, hard C's, Let's show curve and then soft curves there to try and give that out more. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining this here for you guys, for anyone who's watching, so my apologies in advance. I'm also mainly not paying much attention to the stream here as I'm trying here, so so it's a nice little bit, just show motion and movement. So we're going to try and build it up. Okay, so for when I try and do perspective shots, I usually try to start with the head first. You know, just keeping the shapes and stuff mostly simple and loose. So I know placement where stuff's at. Oh, the arm's going to be placed down here. Arm's going to be placed down there. And trying to keep those nice, smooth curves. Don't need to do a whole lot of straight lines or anything like that, but also kind of keep in mind where the rest of your body is at, because there is the chest, there's a collarbone, there's part of the neck, at least the neck that goes down. Some of the shoulder definition, which you don't need to do the lot of shoulder definition when you're just sketching here, so. Yeah, not a whole lot needs to be done here. It's especially just doing rough sketches like this. It is mostly just trying to get an idea for the form, for the shape, perspective, force perspective, which I'm a fan of force perspective. If you've ever seen my art, because I kind of have to do that with a whole bunch of giant monsters. Your neck needs to be a little bit thicker there, Adam. But anyways, so I'm kind of breaking my rule because I'm starting to do a little bit more muscle definition just to get an idea of where things are at. Shoulders back there. So we're going to try and do, again, curves, S's. If we want to, yeah, just kind of make that more dynamic to where like he's lunging at someone or something, because that's super dynamic. So the direction of motion he's doing is this way, bigger towards the front. Whereas we've got the nice far look there. Part of my method is usually I try and keep in mind of anatomy. I try to keep in mind, okay, where pieces are at, where things are sitting, where they're going through in that connection of everything connected to everything. Because that's usually kind of how I kind of get warmed up here. Which I need to do warm-up sketches more often because I'm really terrible at doing them. Because for me, I just kind of dive right into it because it's not that I don't have time for a warm-up sketch. It's just that I don't feel I need it, which may be a bad opportunity to have, just because it helps loosen up the arms and loosens up your drawing a little bit. Plus, also, I do a whole lot of sketching when I'm at work. I do so much drawing of stuff, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of all these numbers. They're not important. So this is the picture I'm going to work with here. I'll probably do a little bit more warm-up sketches, but I'll probably try a little bit warm-up sketches getting this thing kind of set up here. So let's go ahead and just get didn't want to save it. Doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. So let's get a new piece of art up. 11 by 17, my standard print size. Let's get this copied. Get him on there because I'm going to go through a couple of different poses and references to try and figure out where I want him, because I kind of like, because yes, this is going to be Deadpool dressed as Ash, with Mothra on a shoulder, like Pikachu is on a shoulder, because I figure Deadpool would have Mothra, and it's not. I don't think it's that far out of the realm of possibilities here. So we're going to go ahead and kind of do that. So I kind of want to play around with the pose a little bit. I want to kind of give it away and kind of get an idea of where my pacing and where my sense of size is going to be. So what we're going to do here is just getting this idea of kind of what we're working with. We're going to go ahead and fill this entire layer. Then we're going to go ahead and shrink it down. This way it's going to give me an idea of what I have to work with as far as spacing, because spacing is important in your composition piece. So we're going to go ahead and then, oh no, didn't want to do that. We need rectangle. Now, there we go. So that gives us our dimensions here. Now, but one of these days, I'm just going to come up with like just make printed pages full of like roughly thumbnail sized or proportion stuff, so I can have something to work with here. So overall, and this is probably going to get erased and erased and erased over. So ideally, what I'm thinking of is this screen of stuff at the top here is going to be. I want to put it down here at the bottom as the set of 6 like Pokemon team that he has. I do it vertically, but I don't know. I may play around with that a little bit. Just depends on, again, spacing and where stuff's going to sit here. So let's just go ahead and try and just get Deadpool in here first, because Deadpool is going to have a really dramatic. Again, I'm going to slide that over so I have a little bit smoother area to work with. He's going to have that kind of dramatic pose of, you know, you're up, it's your go. Its head's going to be tilted a little bit, I think. And again, his body's going to have a nice curve to it. And the thing is, we don't need to draw all of him. We just need to draw enough of him to get the idea across. So and of course, with our foreshortening here, we're going to be going so a little bit of muscle dimension. So there's the elbow right there, just to give us an idea of where that bends at. And then of course his shoulder joint's up here. That's going to attach to his pectorals over here. Of course, again, his body is turned halfway, so we can put a little bit of muscle, and figure out the muscle there. There's his waist. Here's his hips. Not that we'll see this part of him here, so we don't really need that part, because that's going to be masked under a lot of the text and other stuff coming down here. So we'll just need to extend that out just a little bit here, and where we figure out where to post that is where we will need to be. So for that, though, is actually a pretty good start here. And of course, he will have his gloves. He's going to have his fingers, so we're going to have the bends there as well. He's going to be a little bit more super defined, or another really simplified design, because I think that's going to be better for this, at least for the comedy aspect of it, because it's just a little silly kind of gag thing here. It's actually something fit that could be on a T-shirt, which I may make into a T-shirt for myself, if nothing else. So going over Godzilla there, because he's going to be kind of, again, this is going to be comedic, and I want to try and use a lot of the space that we've got here for it. Here, I want to put that on the soft eraser. So he's going to be a little bit more chibi-fied. So going to have kind of big eyes, obvious anger here. He's going to have those big hooded eyes. And I've got him kind of looking down a little bit, so I may just kind of tilt his head down a bit, because Godzilla I do a little bit differently than I do a lot of stuff, because Godzilla is a little bit difficult for me to get, I think, that nice balance of figuring out how to break him down in a way. So I've got to keep thinking of him more in the terms of the whole body over the over the rest of him here. So, and that's kind of where I'm looking at here in this instance here. We may put those blocks of the other Pokemon team over here. Let's go ahead and we'll block off both sections and kind of see what feels better here, what fits better. Because I do want to get those things sized up and designed and set up here before I do anything else with them here. So we're going to have 6. Which may not need to go all the way down here. But they're going to be of equal size. They're going to be like Deadpool's team. So I kind of want to do a tribute to Godzilla designs I liked, but I think it would be better kind of like this because there's a lot of Godzilla designs and stuff I kind of like. So it's kind of going to be one of those things here. So head. Yeah, again, it's going to be a bit chibi-ish, a bit chibi-fied. Just kind of getting stuff sorted out here. So a lot of rough sketching, a lot of and then the other thing I gotta have to concern yourself with is basically kind of positioning of where stuff's at, pose and body and stuff like that, because this one's going to be a hard eraser. And it kind of because I like the design of the sketch I did already for Godzilla over there. I'm just going to cheat a little bit because I'm going to trace over my sketch work over here. So yeah, we're cheating a little bit here, but I think it's just because I think that's actually close to what I actually want. So, nope, I need this. I think for Deadpool, we're going to go ahead and just move him down in the image just a bit more. Move him down over the corner here a little bit. And then I want to move Godzilla up, or not up, but just over to the left a bit more. Actually, Deadpool, because we're going to have Mothra on his shoulder here too. So that's just something to bear in mind here too, because I'm trying to figure out where everything's going to go. Because I imagine. Because Mothra, again, is going to be over. Make that part over here a little bit thicker here. Upside shots of heads are kind of troublesome for me, so I want to force myself to practice by getting better at it. That's how we do it. You force yourself to get better. You force yourself to practice by doing stuff that's outside your comfort zone to improve, and I think that is a legitimate way to improve. So yeah, that's a legitimate way to improve here. I'm just keeping an eye on the stream here, keeping an eye on some other things here. Let's see here. And my friend Steve giving me shit about Jurassic World Evolution because I named a raptor Steve and he caused a whole bucket of problems. If there was ever a breakout, Steve broke out and caused me problems, as you guys probably watch my streams. And so then there was another raptor that was more and decided to name him Steve Jr. And they also determined we're bound and determined to break out constantly. So again, like father, like daughter, I guess. I don't know. The game stuff's a little bit wonky sometimes, but there's that. That's the fun part. Okay, so we're going to smooth up Deadpool a little bit here because we got a lot of lines running through. We're going to try and simplify that just a little bit because we're going to have that. So again, we're going to go over and have a bit of. So we need to put Mothra, who's because Mothra is going to be the adorable part in this thing. Plus, also need to make Deadpool look like a kid. Yeah, so this is going to be a little bit more of a kind of a chibi. Since it's more of a joke thing, I think the chibi style is not a bad option to go. So we're going to go with that for a bit. And here in a few moments, we're going to take a short break to go, and I need to get my laundry wrapped up, started, and going here. So it's going to be supplemented by that a little bit. Let me see here, because I've got him actually holding that a little bit more uniquely here, to where it's circles here. Actually, a pretty more unique way of holding the ball here too, because it's not simple to draw. Yeah, so we're kind of drawing. Just to remind myself, we're drawing Deadpool as if he is Ash, because in the world of Deadpool, Deadpool can be Ash. Why not? You see here. Okay, so again, he's going to be a little bit chibi, so we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of that work around here with him. So let's see here. Hey, friends are realizing I'm streaming. Is anyone watching? Who's watching? If that's Jakora, that's probably Jakora. Okay, so the other thing I want to do here is because I want to get an idea of where Godzilla rests in the background, we're going to go ahead and just kind of sketch him out as well. So yeah, we're just going to sketch him out as he would be in the background. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, it's the Hesai Godzilla image here. He's a little bit chibified, but he's a little bit simplified here. That's fine. Again, it's one of my favorite Godzilla designs. He's great. It's awesome. I probably need to make him just a bit bigger though. And you make him just a bit bigger here, or just kind of keep proportion wise. Jakora, I read that. I hear that. You're probably right. So how has Jakora been? I haven't heard from you much in a while there, buddy. Let's hide you for a bit so I can get this. Lots of work? Yeah. Well, lots of work is pretty much the default existence of everyone, so. Alright, we're going to save this. We're going to save this as. Provided my computer. There we go. I'm going to call it Pokepoolzilla. Why not? That'll help me remember what the hell it is. Okay. So we're going to fade you out just a bit so I don't have to worry about that. We're going to go ahead and merge the two layers there. We'll get rid of that, and then we will extend this to fill the full screen. And try and keep my borders, my bleed in mind, because that can cause some difference here. Okay, now we're almost ready to do some more work here with it. So, but we're going to go ahead and we're not going to do black yet. We're going to stay with blue. We're going to make this a bit of a darker shade of blue. We're going to go ahead and lightly erase everything. I'm going to pull a picture of Deadpool. And Ash Ketchum. And just for nostalgia's sake, we're going to go with the design of Ash from the original series, because that's simple. That's simpler. Deadpool images. And I'm not going to do a lot of the detail work on his shirt here. Actually, for that, I want to do that in a bit of a red color, help differentiate that a bit. And I kind of want to work on some of the placement on his stuff here. I just realized how many freaking clips and everything Deadpool has on his suit. There we go. There's his eyes. There we go. And his... I'm just trying to figure out what all those designs for his suit's going to have, because it's got armor there, armor there. I'm not going to do a whole bunch of the belts and stuff, because I am going to give him... So I thought he had thicker gloves, but I guess not. Put a little trademark in there, because why not? Let's see here. Yeah, because I am going to go ahead and give him like Ash's original jacket too. So just because I think it'll be a little bit funnier. Like he's going to have the rest of the stuff's going to be like his suit and everything, but like he's going to have like Ash's jacket and all that stuff, his hat. Which is so huge on this guy's head. Jesus Christ. Ash's head is huge, guys. You ever realize that? Little Pokeball symbol there. All right. Um, let's see here. Oh, I got 3 people watching. I don't know who else is watching, but sure, welcome. Though we might look at Steve, and Steve's going to mock me from the Discord, so he's going to force me to go bounce between. Oh no, Steve didn't say anything. Good job, Steve. Alright, let's go back to Deadpool. Deadpoolio. I'm going to close that one because Bulbapedia causes my computer to run stupid slow. Alright, so if we're going to look at Deadpool, there's that. He's going to have the belt about here-ish. And, of course, all his pouches, because Rob Liefeld loves pouches. See, I was going to give him a whole bunch of, like, Pokemon paraphernalia because he's like a make Deadpool come off like a obsessive Pokemon collector. Because I think he would be. I think Deadpool's the type. Oh, it's a Curwell. Curwell has joined us. Hi, Curwell. How you doing, man? There you go. That's looking a little bit better as far as Ash Deadpool chum. I don't know what the hell do you call him? Dead Ash, Ashpool. And I am rather amazed you guys aren't mocking me completely here for what I'm doing here. So good on you. And no, please don't. There we go, because Deadpool's gonna look the part. He's gonna have the hair too. And so of course, now we're gonna have Mothra here on his shoulder. So we're gonna go ahead and lighten that up just a bit because I've got to actually because that's going to be the case. Actually, I want to make Mothra in a different color. I want to make her orange. That way I can help her separate her out from Deadpool a bit more. Yeah, that side view is going to be awkward to get. I figured you, Kerwell, and Steve are in a Discord somewhere telling him what I'm doing, how I'm reacting, because I figure Steve somehow is at the center of this. Still. Damn it, Steve. The raptor named after him kept breaking my park last night. Ugh. More small, just shrink you down just a bit. I'd say Kurtwell, how could you? But I expect this from Kurtwell at this point. Don't pay attention to my mouth, to my mice and everything else floating on the other side of the screen, because that's going to give you some. That's going to give you one hell of a seizure. Actually, that's going to cause that wing to go up. All right. So yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna make Godzilla just dark green. He's not green. I know he's not green. Just wanted to just get something to finish off his lines a little bit. Oh well, thank you guys for showing up though. Makes me feel somewhat appreciated. Somewhat. Although probably whatever appreciation you're going to have for me is probably going to get torn down within, I don't know, a scathing comment or two because I have no self-esteem. No, I think Kerwell's back there. He's just kind of he's plotting with Steve. I know you're plotting with Steve Kerwell. I know you are too, Jakora. Don't you lie to me. Seriously though, Raptor Steve is a goddamn asshole. So is his son. Goddamn assholes. You guys all have Discord. Although the Asian Club of Plotting, that is good. I like that. I will have to use that next time I talk to next time Stephen Kerwell. Next time Steve tries to screw with me, he's like, "So this is what goes on the Asian Club of Plotting." Gotta be careful because I want to have the 1 inch bleed over here somewhere. Let's see here. Space Jews from the future. need to take a picture of. Why do I need to take a picture of Godzilla? I got Godzilla models. What the hell? Let's see here. I'm trying to find a good picture of Godzilla from the angle I've got is. All right, I think we're almost time to start actually getting the lines down on this. Um, because I'm gonna have to go into these other parts over here and break these down a little bit more. But they can go because this part over here on this side, I'm gonna put it here, can be basically kind of whatever here. My mouse show up on there at all? Oh, it does. Okay, it does. So yeah, this line here, I can probably scoot them over left or right a little bit because I have to bear in mind of my 1/8 bleed on the side there. So, but I will say we are about ready to save that, and I will take a break because it is about 5:30. I need to get some laundry done, so I will return. So I will be right back, everyone, or in this case, just Jakora, and I will be back once I get at least a load of laundry started. All right. right, I am back. Get my glove back. Get my glove back on. All right. All right. There we go. Had the wrong pen up. All right. I'm getting stuff. People are hitting me up on Skype here. Cold to dead eyes, like doll's eyes. What's this? Raptor Steve is a jerk, and his son is just as bad. I stand by that Raptor Steve is a jerk. Damn it, Steve. Let's see here. Okay, that's going to be a while. I want to read that and get back to Steve on that. Steve's been sharing with me a bunch of things. Like as artists, we deal with a whole bunch of like terrible customers and stuff, but also, trying to explain to people. No, no, I do commission. I don't do stuff for free. I don't do requests. I do stuff that gets me money because it is a profession that I'm doing. So, so we've been sharing back and forth images, styles, and well, not images, styles, but more like images and stuff of like bad customers, bad clients who demand that they get stuff for free because that's just the world that he and I live in. Actually, let me look back at Deadpool's hips. Ah, yeah, that's right. I got that. Let's see here. I just realized how many characters in anime have like just spiky hair to point out that they are indeed the hero. So yes, I'm giving him Ash Ketchum's hair. So how's that look? Oh, that doesn't look too bad. Look at that. Look at him. He's ready to go take on the Elite Four. Oh God, fucking free art demands. Hey, can you do color? Oh my God, no, do color. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. Bull crap, it doesn't. I'd make the charge. Stupid kid. Stupid kid. Um, yeah, no, that's just a mess. Was a mess. Was a mess. I don't know. The forums, the CKC forums are dead. I think. I know Andres is interested in doing a post mortem, and I think we want to try and get Steven on it too, because I really think we should all kind of discuss about how much it's gone downhill. So that's something to be shown, I think, and that's something that should be discussed. Oops. All right, let's see. We are not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. I think that looks actually pretty good for our Deadpool. I need to add need the lines down here. Oops, there's my pen. Whoops, we need to do here that angle, and then there we go. He's got a crotch. And actually, this one needs to go. There we go. There we go. And Deadpool looks like he's ready to go catch them all. I need to clean up my lines a little bit. I'll probably go through and thicken up a lot of these here post correction. Oh man, I'm gonna have so much stuff for sale at GFS. It's not even funny. It's like this is the most. I got these three prints. I got the three charity prints that I'm going to be selling. That hopefully, if I can make $300 in charity for St. Jude's, I will feel like I probably can contributed more than the current rest of the group so far. I don't know specifically, but actually I don't know. I think they've been. I think this actually no. I'll take that back. The shirt sales have been pretty successful. I think our first one was 225. I think our second one, which I was interested in getting it, but I didn't have time or money to get it, was also about 250 or so. So if I can make $300 off of these prints, I'm doing the three charity prints. That's actually going to be better, and we'll have those done. In the meantime, though, I think like because that's everyone pitching to get it, and I'm thinking like my stuff's going to be like, yeah, I'm one individual share. I'm in one individual doing a bunch of charity work for it, and this is stuff that's still going to be going on till the end of the year at least. At least for me, I think that yeah, I think year's end is where I'm going to call it good as far as that stuff here. Okay, so I got Ash done. Let's go and get I need Mothra. Mothra, airstrike. All right, give me a good, gorgeous shot of that moth. Yeah, I am kind of doing my own little Mothra design here. So, the mouth. Because Mothra sees something that Deadpool does not. Because, of course, Deadpool would have Mothra on his team. Of course. I need to move her antenna over a bit here too, because those are way too far back on her head. Um, So we're going to go ahead and try and get these things here. I'm going to try and keep the angle they're at. Keiju Addicts content. Mothra Big Head. Oh, that's actually not a bad. That's not a bad little model for it. That's not a bad model for that at all. I got a good one. I think from Non-Alien Creatures Wiki. It's got a pretty good picture of the Tokyo SOS Mothra, which is actually pretty good. I think it's SOS because it doesn't look like GMK's. So it's even got a nice shot of the underside here, which is going to be good. Although I do need to figure out how many freaking, because she keeps getting described with a bunch of different toes on her. It is kind of hard to keep track, admittedly. Hell is that? Or something to fall. Nothing in my room though. Let's see here. So she's got 3. I think I'm just going to do her with two on one half and 3 on the other, just to give her grip. I'm just going to give her some definition down there for her underside. That'll also help me kind of orient where her legs are going to be. God, I haven't drawn Mothra in such a long time. Actually, that's going to get cut up here, I think. Let's see here. And yeah, I get a little bit sketchy when I'm trying to freeform, so it might be. rough here. Head turn. There we go. And we're breaking down the thorax. And break this up just a little bit so I can do this. I need the little mandibles on her on the side of her head, though. That's one thing I'm missing. And I want to draw the inside of here pretty dark, too. Wait, no, that's not there. Is it? No, it's going to be closer to her mouth. There we go. Erase some of that here for the moment. Because it is right next to her mouth. All right, how's that look? Oh, that looks pretty good. I think that looks pretty good right there. A little bit sketchy here though, so I'm going to clean that up just a smudge. Yeah, who says that shouldn't be a shirt design? Ah, oh my. Or if I do that more and more, it just makes that do that weird thing. I don't know what that is though. I think it's just my screen resolution isn't that big. I think we're limited by. I think I'm just limited by the size of the screen here for some reason. I don't know. Shouldn't be doing that here, but it looks really kind of funky, and people probably can't watch it because it's really distracting. All right, let's see here. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and get Godzilla in there here. So I want to be a little bit more, not sketchy with it, but just enough that I can give him a bit of texture. All right, take it easy, Jakora. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. What time is it? Oh, it's almost about 6:30. Probably about another 10 minutes. I'm gonna have to take another break to go switch out laundry. So there'll be a bit of a silence on the stream there for a moment. how's that looking so far? It's not looking too bad. Looks vaguely Godzilla-ish. Yeah, I think this has to do with the resolution of my screen and what Twitch is recognizing I'm drawing on or yeah, working from. So I think that's part of that issue. Maybe I don't know. I'm thinking that's what it is. I think. Let's see here. You got Godzilla's spines. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. Alright, because now we're going to go ahead and try and get into some of Godzilla's spines here. So we're going to go ahead and yes, I am being roared at by Lydia. And Lydia, no, I still do not have your name listed on me. And ooh. Huh. Actually, kind of. I ran into this on accident. I actually kind of dig this. Yeah, I completely dig this little design here. Sorry, I got distracted, but I was looking for pictures and got distracted. So don't mind me. That's close. So let's go ahead and work with that, shall we? So we've got. My problem is with the spines is I'm always kind of terrible at drawing them, so it's going to be kind of one of those things where it's like. And that maple leaf design keeps throwing me off for some reason, especially in these weird angles. We're going to go back in here and actually work on these because these little feckers are going to screw me over. Okay, so with this angle, only one that doesn't look terrible is that one. That one right there. See that one? That little tiny one? That one looks fine. That is perfectly fine. Not screw that up. Okay, so, uh, so let's. Okay, so that's going to be our. Okay, and then we're going to do. We've been going on for about a couple hours here. Oops. All right, so those done. Let's go ahead and get them inked now. Then. All right. I think it's gonna look pretty good once this is done. I'm gonna actually call it good for the moment. I want to take a little bit of a break myself. Get my laundry switched out. Take another break. I'll probably stream Jurassic Park for a little bit. Then I'll go back and hit to it here, just because I need a little bit of a break staring at all this white here. So, all right. Well, I will be back later. Take care.